Oh, it's not you.
Everybody have a chance to take a look at the minutes?
Yep.
Yes.
Move to approve.
Okay, motion and a second to approve the minutes. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is approved. Discussion and possible action on final development plans, 8,487 square feet commercial building at 2161 to 2181 Badger Drive, Hudson Center Holdings LLC.
City staff recommends approval of the final development plans for the Lot 7 Hudson Center Commercial Development. This is a 8,487 square foot commercial building. It'll be a multi-tenant building. Architectural styles be very similar to the two multi-tenant buildings that are on the north side of Crestview Drive, between Crestview Drive and Badger Drive. I misinterpreted one of the comments by the city engineer. He commented something about the elevation change between the drive-through lane and the patio, and instead of storm drainage, which I assumed he was talking about, he was just suggesting that there'd be a physical separation between the drive-through lane and the patio, and this would be in front of the, on the west side of the building, in front of the Panera, proposed Panera Bread tenant space. So I'm recommending approval of the final development plans with the patio information to be forwarded and included for city staff review when they apply for, they'll apply for two different permits. They'll apply for the general building permit and parking lot and those improvements, utilities, and then they'll apply later on, or maybe simultaneously, for the build out of the tenant space for Panera Bread. So when you apply for that, that's when we want to see that patio, because those two are tied together. So Dan Burnham and Dave Robson are here today, and Dan, if you want to see any of the elevations or any of that information, but there's just other than that, there's just one or two very, very minor things on the water utility, and then also on there's another one on this patio. The drainage from the building going out, then the patio was set, and the drainage, we just want to make sure the drainage doesn't collect in that patio area, so when they submit the patio plans, we want to make sure there's some kind of drainage provision for that.
I have a question on the lot. That it was abutting where the hotel was going to go at one time, and when the hotel was here talking to us, they were talking about that road going in and accessing that property was going to be private.
Correct.
Is that still correct for
Correct.
the access to
That's
this?
correct, yes.
Okay, okay. Just, I didn't know if that was still in place or not.
No, that's good observation.
Yeah, so like Danny mentioned, this patio, which would be on the north tenant space, is gonna be Panera, and they're gonna do that patio separate from the shell building that we're doing at this time right now. So they'll come for approvals at that point in time. But we've got the two existing buildings down here, and County Market's right across the street, and this is gonna be similar materials to what we have on those two buildings, with just a mix of EFIS, the metal panel, and flat roof with a drive-through on the north end for Panera at this time. We have a potential, or we're planning on a potential future drive-through on the south end for that tenant, but at this point in time, we're not gonna put that in. But we have a double drive-through lane around the entire building to accommodate that. And just here's the floor plan with this tenant. The north is to the left. This is Panera, and then we'll have two future tenant spaces at this time, just with the drive-through on the very north end. And Alan has picked up all of the civil comments that the city provided, and that's it.
So I recommend approval of the final development plans for the 8,487 square foot commercial building site improvements as proposed by Hudson Center Holdings, or Hudson Center Holdings, with the condition the revised patio plans are submitted for city staff approval with the plan submittal for Panera Bread unit build out.
I'll move to approve with your stipulations as tied to this.
I'll second it.
Okay, motion second. Discussion? Hearing none, all is in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved.
That'll be on the October 3rd council meeting, so.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Next tentatively scheduled meeting would not be until Tuesday, October 25th. We don't have anything submitted at this time that requires review next week. City Hall is going to be closed on Tuesday anyway, so we either had to cancel the meeting or relocate it. Either, but this meeting will substitute for that October 4th meeting, so appreciate your cooperation coming today.
Getting to be the end of the year. Can't be holding people up.
No.
Start moving dirt before it gets too cold.
That won't be.
No.
Before the snow's flying.
I think it's gonna be early this year.
Don't say that.
It might be a heavy snow if we keep getting the moisture.
motion adjourned.
What do you think about that?
You're in a hurry?
No, but it's.
I move to adjourn.
All right, we got a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, we'll move to second. And all those in favor of adjournment?
Aye.
Opposed? Stand adjourned. You guys didn't even have to take your jackets off.
No, really.